No time, no product, no problem. Let me show you how to go from a blank page all the way to income, starting with a quick $1,000 with one digital product in just 1 hour. Yes, it is true. Even if you have a full-time job, busy schedule, no design experience, and zero clue where to start. And it's coming up right now. Hey friends, I'm Angela, a former teacher, a woman of faith, and now a full-time creator, helping women just like you start and grow a simple online business that brings in real income using your skills, your experience, your story that you actually already have. In today's playbook, I'm giving you the exact step-by-step method to create a digital product in just 60 minutes. You got an hour, you got a product, because it's plug and play. It's a template that you can customize today and start selling this week. No fancy tech, no guesswork, no more obstacles, and no more drama. So if you've been sitting on an idea, and I know you have, or just stuck staring at a blank screen or a blank page in your agenda, this video is your sign. So stick around. Let's hop over to my screen and I'll show you how to get your digital product done. So this is the instant digital product template I was telling you about that you are going to customize. You are going to create your digital product in 3 steps. First, you're going to open up the template. This is the exact layout you will use, fully customizable in Canva. No guesswork what to include. I want to highlight a couple of things in the template, including the cover, the table of contents, and a couple of other things. And then we will go into step 2, where you will plug in your knowledge. And that is where I will share with you or show you the core pages. Let's get started with the cover page. All right, so on your cover page, you have a space for your brand name or logo. If you don't have a brand name or logo yet, you can just delete this particular space and add anything else you want, maybe another graphic, or just leave it blank. In this middle section right here is where you will add your product name. Now, your product name should literally spell out the promise of what your digital product is going to provide. In other words, what solution does this digital product give your customer? What problem does it allow them to solve? Or how will this digital product get them to their happy place? Any of those should literally be made clear in the product name itself. Now, you do have a space for a tagline. The tagline just gives a little bit more context around what the digital product will do, what the digital product will allow your customers to accomplish. But if you don't have a product tagline, you can simply just delete this from the page. Now, on the bottom here on your cover page, I usually have 1, 2, or 3 takeaways from a digital product. Now, 3 is the sweet spot. If you don't have 3 or you don't want these here at all, totally up to you. But if you do have 3 takeaways, this is a good place to present those 3 takeaways right out of the gate, right here on the cover page. So I have a graphic with big takeaway number 1, graphic, big takeaway number 2, graphic, big takeaway number 3. You will literally add whatever graphic you want on each takeaway and what the takeaway is. That is all you need for your cover page. You can make it as sophisticated as you want, but at least at the very bare minimum, you need to have your product name. And I also have here on the bottom your copyright information. You want to make sure that you protect your IP. That's your intellectual property. So I have this here for you as well. The next page I want to highlight for you is your copyright page. You will add your product name here just to give a really good highlight of what the product is. But you also want to add your product name on your copyright line. Add your product name on this line, copyright, and the symbol copyright, and the date and the year is already here. And then you will simply add your name in this space. Now, on the bottom, I have published by. You will add your name in here. And if you want to add categories, you can. The second part I want to talk about is your contents. So what I've done for you is I've already sectioned off your digital product into specific content sections. I've already sectioned it off into the specific sections that you want to cover in your digital product. You'll have a pre-start section. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. You'll have your section 2, which is where your core content is. Now I have space for 1, 2, and 3 steps, or 1, 2, and 3 parts. I'll talk about this section when I go over the core part of your digital product. Then you have your workspace section, your reflect and imagine section, and then your next steps section. Now, I'll take you through the pre-start section first, and then I'll go into step 2, where you will work on the core of your digital product. In your pre-start section, you have a pre-start title page, and then you have an overview page where you will have the overview of the digital product. You will slide over your picture here in this graphic placeholder, and then a little bit about yourself as the author. Not a laundry list, 15-page autobiography, just a snippet, okay? Now you have your welcome and quick start page. Particularly why this is so powerful, give your customer a sneak peek in what they are actually about to embark on. And then you have the solutions here. I really want you to lay out all of the solutions that they have to look forward to. And then on this page is the growth journey map. This page is not at all required. This is what I provide in my digital products that I created for my customers, because I want them to have a quick and easy visual for what they are actually going to do on their journey. There's a series of steps, a process that they're going to follow. This is totally up to you. It's optional, but I think it's a really good way to keep on track. Now, the next section is going to be your core section, and that is where I will go into step number 2. Once you open up your digital product and see the exact layout of what I showed you so far, including the cover page, the table of contents, a couple of other pages I shared with you, like the copyright page, it's time for you now to plug in your knowledge. Now, I separated this step because this is the core of what you need to focus on, because this is where you deliver on your promise. Yes, the title page is important, the copyright page is important, but this is where your customer really gets the proof that you know what you're talking about, because this is where you lay out how to get to the solution they paid you for. So in step 2, you're going to plug in your knowledge. Let me take you through on how you're going to do that. Now, this is a title page. You're going to add the name of the step or part that you're going to be covering. And then after you add in the name of that step or part, for the solution you're bringing them to, I have several different pages that you can use based on what kind of content you're providing for your customer. Now, you have to decide which ones you want to use. I created several different styles. If you want a series of steps, you would choose this style and you would add in your content. This is more of a check off. If you want, you can add your content here. And from here, I'll just take you through and give you a sneak peek of what each content style page looks like. Here is a page you can use. Here is a page you can use. Here is a page. These are all just content style pages. Whatever content style page you do not want or don't need, you'll simply delete that whole page. All right. Here is another one, and that covers just content with stylized sections. Now, on this page, I've added graphics in case you wanted to add a graphic to your content. This has a space for content and then a graphic at the bottom. This has a content page, but a graphic behind the content. This page as well, content page, but graphics behind the content. And then after you create all the content you need for your customer to accomplish their goal or solve their problem or get to their happy place, you'll have a section for them to provide notes. Already done for you. You don't have to worry about creating these pages. Now, the next thing I have for you is if you have a step 2 or part 2, I have the title page ready for you, and you can add any of these content pages to the step or the part that you are providing. You will just simply grab the whole page and drag it behind the title page. For instance, if you want this content page to be in step 2 or part 2, you will simply drag this page and you will put it behind this title page for step 2 or part 2. Once you drag all your content pages behind this title page, your notes for that section, for that step or part, will be behind it. And then I have a title page if you have a step or part 3. That covers the core of your content, but you still have other pages that you can consider for your digital product. This section is what I call the workspace, and this is the title page for the workspace that your customer will use to do their work. And I have several pages styled for you to choose from. You have a brainstorm page you can choose for your audience, a sticky notes page, a full-fledged workspace page with spaces to write, spaces to draw out, another full workspace page for places to add sections, write out notes, and then you have a categorized overview page for your customer to do work, and then you have a separate stylized overview page for your customer to do work. And then the last part of the workspace section is where they can literally deep dive into the work that they need to do based on the steps or parts that you provide in the process that they're going to use to solve a problem or achieve a goal or get to their happy place. So this is a header prompt that you can add here, and all of this page is for step 1. Step 1 is always going to have the most content. That's why I have dedicated one whole page for step 1. And then step 2 has a section, and then step 3 has a section. If you have more steps, you can just duplicate these pages to provide additional space for your customer to do the work. And then there is another section here called Reflect and Imagine. This is where your customer will have space to have reflection on what they're doing in their journey or what they imagine for their journey. Here are all your Reflect and Imagine pages. And then the last section I want to go through on step 2, as you're adding your core content, plugging in your knowledge into this digital product, is a next steps page. This is already done for you. You will add a graphic to this graphic placeholder of whatever you want them to buy next. Now, I will say here that this is going to be basically up to you. Some creator experts would argue that you should just focus on one product and sell that product all the way to 6 figures or 7 figures. Some creators would argue that you should have another product ready to go and sell the next thing. I provide both options for you and the support to do that. You can learn how to do that in my Cura Circle community for Boss Lady creators. Now, if you want to have or already have another product ready to go, then you will have the name of the product or the graphic for the product with the name on it in this graphic placeholder, a message, get early access, and then learn more. This will take the customer to the sales page of whatever that next product is. Now, let's say, for instance, you want to have a next product, but it's not ready yet. You can still do this, and then whatever page this link takes your audience to, it will be for a wait list, and they will sign up for a wait list. If you do not have another product in the pipeline, or you have no idea what you want to do next, you can just delete this page altogether. There's a couple of things I want to share with you about customizing before we go into step 3. Let's talk about your customizing. Now, you can keep it clean and simple, minimal, just as it is, or you can brand it, match your brand colors, your fonts, your graphics, your logos. This is where your personality will shine if you choose to brand it, but keep it simple, especially if you are just starting out. Now, Once you finish customizing it and getting it all ready to go, step 3 is downloading it and getting it ready for sale so you can make money, honey. You will download it as a PDF and boom, your digital product is done. You didn't create an ebook. You didn't create a sophisticated, complex coaching program. You created a solution, one solution. And that is how you start making money right now. This product can make you a quick $1,000 and ongoing passive income without ads, a huge audience, fancy tech, no stress, just one sellable digital product. And now it is your turn. So click the link in the description and grab your own copy of the instant digital product template. It's only $27 and includes everything I used plus a bonus 1,000 launch roadmap to get your first $1,000. Sis, do not let another month go by wishing that your digital product was ready. Do not let another month go by without extra income. You just need the right digital product template to get it done fast and easy. You got this, because you got me. I built this instant digital product template for women of faith just like us who are multi-talented, tired of waiting on perfect, and needed something plug and play that's not too techy, that can actually work to make money without a big audience. And your head start is here. It's the template I created. If you have ever said, I know I can make money online if I just had something to sell, I was there. It took me 8 long years to figure this out. This is your something. And if you wait, you'll be right back here consuming information, not moving, and literally watching other women make money with way less than the expertise and value that you have to offer. So grab the template. The link is in the description, and let's make that first $1,000 together. Now, if you're struggling with how all of this is possible because you only have a small audience and you're a little skeptical, watch this video and you'll change your mind. It'll prove that you can make money right now, even with a small audience. I'm doing it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's Angela Tessano here. And until the next time, always be creating. Here's your video. Bye for now.